We went to Switzerland in the summer, so snow didn't even cross our minds. But lucky for us, we got to see Switzerland covered in pristine white snow. I would say this day left the biggest impression on our entire trip. I'm talking about the UNESCO World Heritage Site Jungfrau Joch, sitting at around 11,500 feet above sea level, where you can see white snow all 365 days of the year. Here you will find the Jungfrau Railway, built way back in 1912 and famously known as the top of Europe. We also visited the Sphinx Observatory, home of major scientific research labs, a weather station, telescopes, and absolutely stunning ice palace. Hello viewers, how are you all doing? Welcome to the 5th episode of our Euro trip. If you want to watch the earlier episodes, you can click the link above or in the description below. We hope you are enjoying our videos. Please like and subscribe if you do and stay with us. Today's entire episode takes you through the white snow-covered Swiss Alps. Join us on an incredible journey by train, cable car and tunnels carved inside the mountain to reach Jungfrau Joch. We'll spend the full day exploring, visiting the magical ice palace beneath the glacier, and finally walking, playing and making family memories on top of eternal snow. As I was saying in the previous episode, we kept getting delayed every day while soaking in the beauty of Interlaken before heading out to other towns. Like that day, we had quite a long journey ahead of us. First, an hour-long train ride to Grindelwald Terminal. Then from there, a 20-minute journey on the Eiger Express, which is a tri-cable gondola or cable car. After that, we'd reach Eiger Glacier train station. And finally, the grand finale, a half-hour cogwheel train journey through a tunnel carved right through the Eiger and Monk Mountains. Yes, a cogwheel train, because this tunnel built through the mountain is incredibly steep. Only after conquering all these stages would we reach the legendary top of Europe, Jungfrau Joch. Here sits Europe's highest railway station, and you can witness the longest glacier in the Swiss Alps, the Aletsch Glacier. Why this Coke is so much better than American Coke or Bangladeshi Coke?
It just kind of tastes like the other Cokes are more sweet. We want like this is very more
me see.
fruity and it just tastes better.
We absolutely loved Switzerland's drinking water, but we also became obsessed with their Coke. Everywhere we went, Coke was our constant companion. We learned that it tasted so amazing because it's made with the unique minerals from Swiss water and real cane sugar. Back home in America, we discovered that Coke and similar drinks use high fructose corn syrup, which not only doesn't taste as good, but is also pretty harmful to health. When we returned home, I searched everywhere for that Swiss Coke, but couldn't find it anywhere.
We don't even know how we got here.
Yeah,
We didn't have any clue. We were just asking people around. People, somebody says, "Get in here from the train," and there are the cable cars, and then
It's hard to know local.
Starting a bit late that morning, we were worried whether we would manage all these station changes and the hiking with the kids. More importantly, we were not entirely sure about the route, where to get off, when to change trains. Since we had already bought our tickets from home, we had to catch the trains at specific times. And then there was the matter of the last train back. What if we missed it after touring all these places? But nothing like that happened, because this is Switzerland. Everything is so perfectly organized and clearly marked that you literally cannot take the wrong path even if you tried. The locals are so incredibly friendly and helpful. For instance, we were accidentally heading to a different station. Well, accidentally isn't quite right. That route would also take us to Jungfrau-Joch, but not via the newly launched Eiger Express, rather through a different train to our destination. Thankfully, the gentleman sitting next to us said, "Quick, get off at this station. You can take the cable car and go directly. It will save time and the views are absolutely best." We hurriedly thanked him and jumped off, and immediately we realized missing this cable car ride would have been something we would regret forever.
Dad, I see and a rocket ship. Out. No, they're not
looks like I'm getting a drone shot, even though I don't have a drone.
Wow. I'm fine. Now I'm fine.
Take the water down. Then you already made a friend.
The final leg brings us to the nearly 100-year-old marvel, the Jungfraubahn cogwheel train. Now this isn't just any ordinary train. The incline is so incredibly steep that conventional wheels simply wouldn't cut it. That's why they engineered this brilliant cogwheel system where special gear teeth grip onto a rack rail, pulling the train up these impossibly steep mountain slopes. Mind-blowing genius engineering from way back in 1912. This thrilling 30-minute train ride takes you through tunnel carved right inside the Eiger and Monch mountains. You are literally traveling through the heart of these legendary alpine peaks. But here is what makes it even more amazing. They cut massive windows right into the rock face, so when the train stops at the stations inside the mountain, you can gaze out at the stunning beauty outside. I was absolutely thrilled to learn that it took 16 long years of drilling through this solid rock to build this railway. Now doing that in a normal location would be impressive enough, but imagine this, working in brutal freezing temperatures at such extreme altitude where even breathing properly becomes difficult. How on earth did they manage to pull this off? It's simply mind-boggling. Climbing steeper and steeper, we finally arrived at the legendary Jungfrau-Joch station, sitting at a breathtaking 11,332 feet above the sea level.
It's all white and bright.
The moment we stepped off that train, it felt like we had been transported to another world entirely. The air hit us immediately, ice cold, razor sharp, and incredibly thin. We could feel the altitude kicking in right away, a slight dizziness, moving in slow motion. Only the adrenaline was pumping through our veins and pushing us forward. And the first thing that caught our eyes was white. White everywhere. Mountains, glaciers, snow, no matter where we looked. As far as the eye could see, it was pure, pristine white. And remember, this was summer. While everyone back home was sweating in the heat, here we were bundled up in jackets, surrounded by eternal snow that never melts. Inside the Sphinx Observatory, serious scientific research happens year-round. meteorological studies, cosmic ray research, and astronomical observations that contribute to our understanding of the universe. But for tourists like us, the real magic was what we witnessed from this platform. Nothing could beat this view. On one side stretched the magnificent Aletsch Glacier, the longest glacier in the Alps at an incredible 14 miles long and covering over 31 square miles. This frozen river of ice carved its way through the mountains like nature's own highway, moving just a few inches per day but carrying the weight of millennia. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is thousands upon thousands of years old, and standing there, watching this ancient giant, you can't help but feel so small, so humbled by the raw power and timeless beauty of nature. It's a perspective shifting moment that reminds you just how magnificent our planet truly is. But the adventure at Jungfraujoch doesn't stop at the views. First up, the Alpine sensation. We are walking through a 360-degree panorama cinema that tells the incredible story of the miners who carved this railway through solid rock back in 1930s. Giant snow globes, wooden sculptures revive the early days of the Jungfraubahn. It's like stepping into a living history book. And then we descend about 100 feet below the Aletsch Glacier itself into the Ice Palace. The temperature drops to minus 3 degrees Celsius as we enter these polished ice tunnels that have existed since the 1930s. The walls, the ceiling, the floor, everything is solid gleaming ice.
A piano of ice.
Hand-carved ice sculptures line the tunnel, bears, penguins, huskies, and tiny igloos. Here is the wild part. Because the glacier is constantly moving, these sculptures have to be renewed regularly. You are literally walking through a living, breathing glacier that's been here for thousands of years. It's surreal, it's freezing, and it's absolutely unforgettable.
All the best chocolates are here.
Now, after all that ice and cold, we needed something sweet to warm us up. The Lindt Swiss chocolate heaven was waiting for us. The aroma of Swiss chocolate hits you instantly. They have exclusive Jungfraujoch editions you can't find anywhere else. The chocolate tastes even better when you are literally above the clouds.
So we are eating by the
Mountain.
snowy mountain. How cool is that?
This chicken never dreamed of being this high up.
Lunchtime at the top of Europe is an experience in itself. There are several dining options here. We were eating lunch while staring at the eternal snows of the Aletsch Glacier. It's not just lunch, it's lunch with the most spectacular view you will ever have. Until now, we had only been seeing snow from a distance. At the end of the day, we got the chance to touch it. We went through the tunnel to the Snow Fun Park on the Aletsch Glacier. As soon as we stuck our heads out of the tunnel, we were blinded. So brilliantly white. Lucky we came wearing sunglasses.
Where? Oh. There's a bar here. Glacier bar.
We saw people playing wildly with the snow. Not just kids, but adults too had returned to their childhood. Skiing, snowboarding, tubes, zip lines, hiking, so many types of entertainment options.
Yeah.
Ready.
Both he and Imara bought zipline tickets. Zidane and I started cheering them on from below. We thought Imara might be scared.
Imara. Hi.
Proving us wrong, she laughingly landed far away on the alleged glacier holding the zipline. We said coming to tour Europe for Imara's birthday was worthwhile. It was a good decision. We had to return to the hotel on the last train. So in the late afternoon, we enjoyed the beauty of the Alps one last time. We came back again in the gondola or cable car. I thought to myself that they have arranged going to, coming from and enjoying Jungfrau Joch so beautifully and safely that even coming for the first time with kids, we had no problems at all. Amazing.
Look at the water.
Perhaps we won't get the chance to come here again, but at the end of the day, we felt incredibly fortunate that we spent the whole day in such a place, that we touched such a place with our own hands. Thanks for watching this episode till the end. I hope you enjoyed our Jungfrau Joch adventure. If this video inspired you or brought back your own travel memories, please hit that like button, drop a comment, sharing your thoughts, and share this with someone who loves travel stories. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider joining our journey. Your support keeps us motivated to bring you more adventures. In the next episode, we are taking you to the legendary DDLJ filming locations in Saanen. Then we will explore the canvas-like beauty of Lauterbrunnen's waterfalls and finally journey to our last destination, Zurich. Stay tuned and happy holidays.